Okay, today we are back in the book of John after taking a couple-week break to go through Foundations of a Solid Church. So, back in John with our message, and today it was kind of a downer a little bit. Not like it was definitely needed to be heard, but it hit kind of hard, and I'm sure it hit some other people really hard. And it was a little bit depressing here, but at the same time, an encouragement and a push to serve God in His kingdom. So it was literally titled Grave Warnings. So that kind of tells you something. And they talked about how we need to not be afraid to move on. If we're sharing the gospel and we're pouring the gospel into their life and they're just not listening, it's not getting to their heart, we need to step out. Sometimes we have to move on because the time is short. The harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. We need to sometimes move on to other people that will actually be able to hear God's word. And have you ever thought, this is a crazy question, he asked, have you ever thought that the person you're speaking to, you might be in the way of their getting to Christ because they're not hearing you, but someone else might come into their life that actually they understand, they can hear from them. And that was interesting to hear. Like, we might not be the one, like somebody else might be the one that's going to bring this person to Christ through the gospel. So we might need to get out of the way and move on to someone else. So we just need to move on sometimes, like time is short, as I said, and make sure when moving on that we do it for the right reasons. It's not because we're mad at them, we're annoyed, like they're boring. We need to be moving on with the intent of letting go, of giving God complete control over what happens in their situation, and we don't get a say in that anymore. We might have to move on for the right reasons. And another thing is, don't be stubborn. God has done everything for a purpose. Listen to Him. Come to Christ. Open your eyes. Open your heart. Come now. The time is short. Someday, there's not going to be time. Like, you can't be like, oh, I'll live crazy now. Someday later in my life, I'll come to Jesus. No, the time is now, because we don't know when God comes back. So be ready. Live ready. Don't flirt with disaster was another one of the main points. Don't get as close as you can without going over. Just don't even try. And another one was, don't be foolish. Just pretty clear. Don't be foolish about this. Be intentional. By failing to confess your belief openly, that is foolish. By fearing man's rejection more than God's, by loving man's praise more than God's, those are all foolish things. Let God's light shine and live openly in your life. And it is so much better to live with people hating on you your entire life, judging you, rejecting you, than a whole entire eternity of God's rejection. For a little bit of time on earth, rejection from man is nothing compared to eternal rejection from God. So, God's opinion is more important. Just remember that in your life.